Yeah, squats are absolutely amazing for dynamic posturology, getting fantastic posture and lifestyle fitness and strength and presence. Presence in the way that you hold yourself. So anything to do with the glute is activation of the hip. If my hip is drawn inwards, I'm gonna be walking around like Daffy Duck with my bottom tilted out and a tight hip, so I look almost a little bit like a duck. It's what we call lordotic, and there's pressure going into the lower back and my bottom looks like it's sticking out. If you see anyone walk around like that, you'll know that's someone that's very lordotic. And then the opposite is if the I'm over pushing forwards. So what you want is you want the glute to be activated in a good position for the hips. So the back squat is an amazing exercise to ensure that you're actually using heel to glute action. So all the way from the foot, all the way up to the hip, everything's working in alignment. So you got to think that if the foot is linked, if I said to you that the foot and the neck are both linked to posture, as in it's all linked to posture, we've got to consider the fact that a back squat is doing all of those things. So for example, you'd have a bar behind you on your neck, so the position of your neck would be important. You'd have to be looking forward. You wouldn't want to be down, looking down, because your shoulders would round forward and your traps would engage too much. So you wouldn't want to be looking up too much, because that's out of alignment of the cervical spine. You'd want neutrality. You'd want to be neutral. Is your neck going left or right, to up or down? You want to have a still forward vision with the eyes. You got to consider from the feet. If your feet are coming off the floor, so you're up on your toes, as in if you're wearing high heels when you squat, that's the sign that your calves are too tight and that you're not able to get your heels down to activate, meaning that you're not actually able to activate your glute, because the heel and the glute are actually connected. If my heel is planting on the floor, my glute is definitely activating. If I'm up on my toes, I'm using my calves now. So you got to consider that the posture is actually going all the way from the foot all the way up to the neck. And when you do a back squat, you've got to have your sternum lifted, your neck is in line, your shoulders are back, you're sticking your hips outwards in a far backward motion so that you can really get those glutes activating. As you're sitting down, your knees are going in an outward direction, you're sitting down, you're squeezing the glutes at the bottom, controlling it, while at the same time, as the glutes are going up, down and out, your lower back is also, the load of the spine is also in one loaded position. So the spine, rather than broken up, is all loaded. It's one strong skeletal system. So as you go down, you're using your glutes. As you go up, you're opening up your hips. And you've got to think that dynamic posture, or having great posture, is basically about the ability of standing up straight. So a squat is basically sitting down and standing up straight. So the advantage of the back squat is actually to do with the spine, because it's behind you. Your whole lower back and upper back, mid back are all squeezed, retracted back in a strong loaded position. Now looking at the front squat's interesting in a different way. It's quite quad dominant, while the back squat's quite glute dominant. But the difference that's amazing for posture on the quad dominant front squat is you've got your hands in front of you. So you've got a load on the front of your chest and you've got gravity trying to pull you down. So when you have 60, 80, 100 kilos on the front of your body here, or whatever it is that you're, even 20 kilos for a beginner, lady or guy, and you've got this weight trying to pull you down, what happens is your sternum, your shoulder blades, they're all going, your core from the lower abdomen are all going to brace for you to allow yourself to be in an upward position sitting down. If you didn't do that, if your core didn't engage, if your shoulder blades didn't engage, what would happen is you'd literally drop down with the weight. So of course everything's going to activate. So a front squat is an amazing strength and conditioning exercise for the quads, but it's also a brilliant exercise for posture, because what it does is gets you to engage, if you do it correctly, the scapula. You're getting fantastic wrist Flexibility, good for MMA fighters, mixed martial artists, people that need joint flexibility and strength. You need the sternum lifted, so if you're a politician or businessman and you want to walk into a room and you want to have good presence, or you're a celebrity or an actor or supermodel, you want to be able to, or a mum that wants to be confident, hold yourself in an upright position and have that social vibe, that social presence. Even in attracting the opposite sex, you want to hold yourself well because people like that look of strength, good posture, that vigor for life and the energy that you hold with good posture. So I hope this helps, and I hope to see you very soon. Check out the website so we do see you soon here at awpts.com.